Hi everyone. In this video, I'll be explaining about waste management. So you'll be surprising like how we are going to study waste management here in construction. So if you see here in civil engineering, any construction site you go, you will see a lot of waste is produced. So this is called as construction waste and demolition waste. Construction means during the construction the waste that is produced, and demolition means when the life of the building is over and you're destroying the building or demolishing. Okay, at that time also a lot of waste is produced. So what are the waste? The construction materials are the waste. So when you're doing a construction, for example, you're going to put the bricks. Okay, so when you're placing the bricks, you are placing the plastering, so you are making this cement mortar. So after you are doing, while you were doing the plastering, you see a lot of waste of cement mortar is there all around because while polishing and all. And also, you see that when you're buying a materials like sand, cement, you buy in bulk. You buy by trucks. You don't buy exactly amount how much is required for your construction. You have to buy a little extra because you're buying in uh, by amount of number of trucks. Uh, like they need you have to buy every time this quintal. And so there is a lot of waste also while using it. If it's not properly designed or you're doing rework, again you have to throw those materials and you're using it. If you're not properly mixed and you see the quality is not good, again you're doing the construction, so the materials are getting wasted. For example, also if you're making a door, okay, so the door size is, for example, 3 meter into 4 meters. So when you're cutting that door, so you have so much waste coming out because you need that size, the extra parts you are going to cut and throw it. So this is how there is so much waste produced for the construction. And then during the demolition also, so you have walls, you have so much pipes, uh, uh, floor, roof, so many materials. So when you're breaking or destroying these materials, you have a lot huge waste produced. So everything you cannot go and throw in the landfill. So it is for environmental consideration, and to reduce the waste, we have to learn waste management. So there is a hierarchy, inverted triangle, where you see the least option starts with at the top, which is first is reduce. Okay, and the maximum like from most desirable to least. So most desirable reduce and least desirable is final point is throwing it in the landfill. So we don't want to just collect all our waste and throw in the landfill. We should try to reduce this disposal. And also while you're disposing, it is important that you dispose the safe materials, so that if there is a hazardous materials, it should not mix with this land, and then it will indirectly enter into our life through animals or through maybe through air, water, land, or vegetation. So it's important that you safe dispose. Like you may see that in your mobile phones when you're buying. So in they will write that the battery should not be disposed in the dustbin. So you don't have to throw. So those hazardous metals has to be disposed in different way. Okay. Now coming to this hierarchy, the first one is reduce. Okay, so you should try first to reduce the waste, the materials that you're using, which is cannot be which is going to be wasted. So you're going to reduce the use of the materials. Also, when you're buying the materials, you should buy a proper amount, okay, so that it should not be expired and you're not throwing it. So reduce the use of the materials. Then second is you should be able to reuse the metals, okay, using it again, like the wood panels in the building. So you're, for example, the life of the building is over, the doors are the wood, so you can reuse this timber or the wood, maybe in reusing in some other buildings. If you're renovating, like every 2 years you want to renovate your buildings, so you can take this door and you can use it in some other buildings. So that is reusing the same product, okay. But and the next one is, if you're not able to reuse, at least try to recycle. So recycle is using the same product, then you're make it another product, using it in another product, that is recycling, maybe like grinding it, then mixing some other chemicals to change its properties, then you're recycling it. For example, I would say like in civil engineering, what they're doing is, as you know, that we have so much concrete used in civil engineering and it's not environment friendly. So they have planned like to reuse all this waste. So first is reducing the concrete. Okay, you should not use concrete. You can prefer more timber, which is more natural, or some other materials like steel structure, because steel is 100% recyclable. Now coming to the second one, which is reusing. So the concrete, yeah, it's difficult to reuse. Instead, we can recycle. So what they do is after the demolition, so there are this concrete, we say concrete rubble, okay, the concrete parts that after breaking down. So those can be used for road sub-base. You can okay, so this rubbles can be reused and it can be recycled to recycle aggregate. That means you can use it again as an aggregate for construction. So they use, because the strength has reduced, they add some chemicals to increase its strength and then reuse for any other building. So this is how. So we have reduce, reuse, recycle, and then is recover. Recover in the sense, for example, okay, you are breaking the building. So in this building, concrete, normally you know that this concrete is not only concrete, you have reinforced concrete, you have steel members. So what you can do is you can recover, you can remove the steel reinforcement from this concrete, and then the concrete can be used for sub base, and this steel can be removed and can be recycled because steel is 100% recyclable. So this is how you can recover. Also recovering is like, for example, this is a hospital, or maybe, yes, I will say an example like paint is a toxic material, we say it's not good. So you can remove the paint from the material, and then you can dispose it or you can use it again. So hazardous substance has to be first recovered, so that when it's mixed with other metals, everything should not be contaminated, everything should not be looked as a waste or toxic. So you have to remove the toxic materials and then recover it, and then you can go for using the other materials or using or then disposing it. So final is disposing, which is safe disposal. You should not dispose the hazardous materials because it may contaminate other land. So this is all about uh, waste management in civil engineering. Thank you.